Sometimes known as the morning star, it is the brightest thing in the sky besides the sun and the moon. Venus is the closest planet to Earth in distance, size, and surface gravity, making many think it could be the best planet to colonize one day. There's just one small problem. The weather is terrible. The surface of Venus is about 900 degrees, which is twice as hot as your home oven. It has an atmosphere, but it's 97% carbon dioxide and so thick that at the surface, the pressure is like being at the bottom of the Arctic Ocean. For these reasons, Venus is also a huge mystery. The toxic atmosphere has destroyed all probes that have successfully landed within minutes. Nothing has landed there in 40 years. How it came to be like it is today, what it can teach us about our own planet, and what it could tell us about other planets are all waiting to be discovered if only we take the big plunge to find out. It's early in the morning on November 2029. Most people are still asleep, but today's a big day for our engineer. Let's call him Bob. Bob has been working on the Davinci for over 5 years. He is focused on making sure the probe can survive the launch from Earth's atmosphere and the plunge through Venus's. All of Davinci's systems are ready. Now it must count on the rocket system to get it safely out of Earth's gravity and on course for Venus. Bob is fairly unconcerned. Leaving the rocket behind, the Chris will fly by Venus twice, each time taking pictures and slowing down relative to Venus. On the third visit, 2 years after launch, Chris will be ready to drop the Descent Sphere probe. The Davinci is partially named for the famed Renaissance artist and inventor Leonardo da Vinci. But this is a bit too long, so let's call the probe Leo instead. It's time for Leo to take the plunge. Cut to Bob. I can't watch. Bob literally cannot watch, because Leo has a small radio and cannot send its data all the way to Earth. Chris will recover everything during the descent while flying past Venus, and then send the recordings back to Earth after Leo has landed and its mission has ended. Until 90 miles above Venus' surface, a heat shield will protect Leo. Casting this off at 45 miles above, Leo will open his parachute and sniff the air as it drops down to 23 miles. The air it lets in will be examined by chemistry instruments, much like what the Curiosity rover had. At 23 miles, Leo will also start taking high-definition pictures, looking down at the mountains of the Alpha Regio, possibly the oldest portion of the Venusian surface. Shortly after, it will cast off this parachute. Leo will be landing in the mountains and may not survive. Regardless, all contact is expected to be lost when Chris goes over the horizon. We may not hear from Leo after this, but we should know more about the Venusian atmosphere and geography. We may learn more about whether there was ever water or life on Venus before it became so hot, and more about how it came to be the way it is today. It may even help us find more pleasant Earth-like planets around other stars.